Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up step number 3, credit cards, on the Start Here sheet of the Learn to Budget budgeting spreadsheet. So in the last video, I showed you how to set up your cash and bank accounts, and setting up your credit cards is pretty similar. However, there's one very important thing I need to say first about credit cards. Credit cards in this scenario and on this budget only refers to credit cards that you pay off in full every single month, no matter what. If you happen to have credit card debt, i.e. a few dozen or a few hundred or a few $1,000s that you're carrying on a credit card, and that is you're not paying off every single month and you are not able to pay it in full to make it $0 this month, then you are not going to enter that credit card here. For the purposes of this budget, that is a debt. It is not a credit card. So again, for credit cards, you only enter credit cards that you pay off in full every single month, no matter what, to the point that you don't even care what the interest rate is because you never have late fees, you never have interest charges. You're only putting things on the credit card that you know you can pay in full. So it's those amounts that you're going to put here in step 3. The other important thing to remember is just like everything else on this sheet, the amounts that you're going to list here under this step number 3 credit cards have to be the amounts that exist on the exact date that you typed in on step number 1. Not a day before, not the day after, but on November 11th or whatever date you put here, that is the date in which you're going to type in the actual owed balance as of that date. So now that you know those important things, that 1, this has to be done on the same date that you started using this budget, and 2, that this is only for credit cards that you pay off in full and not for credit card debt, we can actually start to type in the names. So much like we did in step number 2, if you are a person who's using this budget by yourself, it is not necessary to put the name of the person who owns the budget or owns the account first. But if you are more than one person that is using this account, you're going to put the name of the person who owns the account and then the name of the actual account itself. So for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to actually do that here for you to see what that would look like. So let's say Juliet, American Express. Then Juliet, let's say she has a Target card. Juliet, let's say she has a Southwest card. Juliet just loves to spend money, so you can type all that in here. Again, the name itself doesn't really matter as long as you can recognize what card is which based on the name. And then same for the other person who's using this budget. You're going to put the name of the person there and then the name of the account that they have after their name once you've typed it in. You'll notice it's important to put the name of the person first because, say in this example, Juliet and Romeo both have American Express cards, so you need to be able to differentiate between which one is which. Let's say. And then also, like in the last example, it does not matter what order you put the cards in. As you can see, I've kind of mixed up Juliet and Romeo here on the account names. Truly does not matter at all what order you put them in. Don't have to be in any order at all. All right, and then for the owed balance, you're going to type in here the amount you owe as of today, today being the date that you typed in here, and you'll put that in the owed balance amount. You're going to type this in as a positive number, not a negative number. So let's say that I owe, I don't know, $413.21 to American Express. That's exactly what I typed there. You're not putting any negative numbers here. If you happen to have a card that you don't owe any money on, you would just put 0 there. So again, I'm just going to make up all these numbers really quickly so you can see how this works. He spent a lot of money on fishing gear this month. Okay, so now once I've typed in all the accounts and the owed balance for each one of those accounts, this number up here, the total amount owed on my monthly credit cards, is going to pop up. It's automatically here. You don't change this number. This number automatically calculated itself. So now you've entered in all of your credit cards. You've entered in the amount you owe as a positive value. The number here will also be a positive value, but we know in our hearts that that actually means I owe that money, that I don't actually have that money. So now you've done step number 3, and the next one we're going to go on to step number 4.